Hello, Blaze. My name is obviously One Wiccan High Priest. Um, and this video response is in response to your video response. I just got done watching it. You were responding to a video response sent in by Jerk with a 3. I don't know who that user is. But again, I heard your response to it. And first off, I'm very impressed. It's not very often that I hear someone actually talk about the inward knowledge, the inward seeking. So many people these days make the same mistake. They get into the books, and that's where they think it ends. They think the book is the end-all, be-all. They get into the book, and they read the book, and all of a sudden they're an authority on whatever subject they read in that book. They completely forget, or they're just not taught at all, about the inward journeying that they have to do in order to know themselves. And to work any magic effectively, one must know themselves completely, within and without. The goddess of the Wicca, in my teachings, the goddess of the Wicca tells us. She says, "And thou who thinkest to seek for me, know that thy seeking and yearning shall avail thee not unless thou knowest the mystery. That if that which thou seekest thou findest not within thee, thou wilt surely never find it without." And that's pretty much what you said. You're not going to find what you're looking for outside of yourself. All this knowledge, all this stuff in the books, it's great, it's wonderful. There's a lot of wonderful published authors who have written a great many things. But when it comes to these, the paths that we walk, the things that we study, it requires a lot of inward seeking and a lot of inward journeying. And hopefully people one day will begin to get that into their brains, and I don't know what else to say, but I was just really taken when you said that. I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to make a video response to you on that. I've been practicing Wicca for 20 years. I mean, there was a period for like 12 years where I went and did other studies. I stayed within what's known as the occult realms, and I studied another occult religious philosophy, if you will. And that was so I could find out more about my inward nature. The Wicca taught me a lot about the emotional, sensitive side of myself, among many other things. So there was a period for like almost 12 years where I had gone off to study the not so sensitive and not so emotional side of me. And if you use your imagination a little bit, I think you could figure out what path I was studying. And it was pretty interesting to find out about that side of myself. But again, I took that journey to get to know myself better. And as I said a couple minutes ago, you're not going to probably be able to practice magic of any kind unless you get to know yourself. And getting to know yourself is acceptance. Acceptance of all that you find there. And know that it is you. Everything in there is a you. It's about you. And once you know all that, you have this knowledge and you're armed with that knowledge, then you can begin to approach magic effectively and begin to use it. Now, I don't know what more to say. I'm not very good with talking to camera, Blaze, and I hope you're not offended. I haven't done too many of these videos yet, but hopefully I'll get used to it. Oh yes, yeah, there was another thing that you were talking about ritual tools as optional. I can agree and I disagree. I agree in the sense that it's always the intent that makes any kind of magic work. So therefore, you don't need anything else except for your intent. And well, you said 2 fingers. I say 1. I only need 1 in that case. I could point at something and hey, it's so. I point my finger. That's where my power is coming from. That's where my energy is coming from. And well, you mentioned the I don't know how you put it now. Let me think for a second. Okay, you said the first finger was fire element, second finger was the conscious spirit. Okay, I personally have never heard of that philosophy before, but okay. But anyway, ritual tools is being optional. Being in the Wicca and doing things the way that I've been trained to do them actually makes those tools actually required. Um, they are required. And I was trained under several different Wicca traditions. The primary tradition I was trained under was a tradition established by Janet and Stuart Farrar, and they wrote a book called A Witch's Bible, The Complete Witch's Handbook, and that is the pretty much the standard that we go by in our ritual practices, the coven that I'm with. And I've also received some teachings from 3 other traditions, those being Gardnerian, Alexandrian, and Gavin and Ebon Frost. All of my teachings have been within Wicca and centered around witchcraft, and that's where my experience lies. But I just I saw this video you made, and I was just taken aback, like I said, because you absolutely pointed out that one true fact, and I never hear anybody talk about that. I've been surfing videos for quite some time on YouTube. Just recently, actually, I started really diving in depth to these videos, and so far, until I saw yours today, I don't think I ever heard anybody address the inward seeking concept the way that you did. And it's so absolutely true. And wish I could meet you. You're a impressive person. For being a younger person, younger than myself, you do look younger. Not too much younger, probably in your mid-30s, maybe a little bit younger. But I'm in my 40s now. You could probably teach me a thing or two. But yeah, you'll hear me say that a lot in my videos too. But things like that. As I said, this video recording stuff and talking on camera, I'm still trying to get used to that. And I'm hoping myself that I can make some video recordings, teach people about certain things. And with that being said, you said that you might do an upcoming video regarding the use of ritual tools, what they are and how we use them. I would love to collaborate with you on that, because I have ritual tools of my own, and I do use them, and there are specific reasons for using them and uses. So that would be great. That would be a wonderful thing to talk about. So anyway, I'm working on about 8 minutes here of recording time. Sometimes it's hard to fill that space and fill the blanks, but I'm trying to think if there was anything else in your video that I wanted to comment on. I think I've covered just about everything. And again, the primary point of making this video was because I was very impressed that you addressed that. Nobody ever says that. All these people and all these videos I've been watching, you know, they talk about this, that, and the other, and historical references, and, you know, and all that's great. It's wonderful if you want to read some stuff and read other authors and get their viewpoints, but it doesn't stop there. Matter of fact, in my opinion, it really begins there with the book. It might begin with the book, on the book level, but the ultimate aim, the ultimate goal is going to be the inward journey, the inward seeking, the learning from within. And that's it, and that's that. And thank you, Blaze, for making that video, and maybe we can collaborate or get to know one another on the internet through YouTube. Who knows? But thank you for making the video, and here's hoping that you'll respond back. Thanks, Blaze. Take care now. Blessed be.